back to Flames talk for a hot second, because as soon as we posted our last episode, more news happened.
Unfortunately.
And I didn't see this coming at all. Daryl Sutter has been fired by the Calgary Flames just recently after they get rid of Brad Treliving. So that was kind of a curveball. That was very much a curveball. T-Dog, thoughts?
So many thoughts.
So many thoughts.
Oh, where do I begin? I'm so mad at this organization.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for the fact of this whole firing. I'll get into that whole thing, but how many coaches have we gone through in the span of like 15 years?
The concerning part is we're almost in double digits with coaches.
Yes, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. Is this always going to be the answer? New coach, new coach, new coach, new coach, new coach, new coach. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. Okay, there's so much noise around this, and the reporters are going crazy off of it, and there's a lot of people happy that he's fired. There's a few of us that are sad about it and disappointed, and I think it's fair that we are.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I legitimately think that it proves that a team where the players are leading it, not going to work out. I see this as the players are a little spoiled, man. I'll be honest. Like, I really do see it as that they just didn't want to listen to the coach. Like, isn't it crazy when you play into the system, things work? They didn't want to play into the system. I understand why it would be tough for Huberdeau and maybe Mackenzie Weegar to do it. Weegar seemed fine with it. Huberdeau, on the other hand, I know that's probably why he didn't get his points. But if you played into that system, you really dug down and tried to, you would see some success. I didn't see a lot of effort from this team. The lack of effort did this. And now, watching Florida do stuff in the playoffs and seeing how Tkachuk is playing proves again. Just players are just lazy. They don't want a coach that has the backbone and, has it their way or the highway, whatever. They're just not going to play for it.
It is kind of scary that this team is going towards the direction where who runs truly the asylum here, the inmates or the coach or the GM, because it really is starting to look like a team, like the teammates are actually running now the team, and that never really pans out well. And again, as much of a hard ass and tough coach Sutter was, I think he was still one of the greatest coaches Calgary's ever had. 100%.
There's a reason why they were so good last season.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, like, other coaches, that Flames team wouldn't have. We could have been a number 3 seed in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
But the way we played, because we don't have a McDavid. We've never had, a McDavid, a Crosby, an Ovi, or whatever.
No, but like, again, there was the idea that obviously our operations have obviously interviewed a lot of the players, and there were those players that really did like Sutter for how he did during the Flames season. And those are the diehards. Like Toffoli, we probably know is one. As you mentioned, Weegar probably just had to adjust, and he adjusted pretty quick by the end. And obviously there was those players that couldn't handle his coaching system. Just like we obviously saw Huberdeau go on the podcast and give his opinion on Sutter and the team. And obviously we were bugged by no rookies, really no prospects playing in the NHL. So I would say it would be really nice when we increase the amount of prospects we play in the NHL, because I think they deserve it. But I'm never taking anything away from Sutter, because again, that playoff run last season was still so great, and it gave a lot of glimpse of hope again for the contending team we hoped throughout the years this team would be with this core. But again, I think this team just couldn't handle the idea of adjusting to a system so quickly when you need to. Because, like, again, the only reason that playoff run happened for us was it took 2 to 3 years of the system to work, and then you pulled off that season, and it looked so great on paper and everything, right? So is it a bummer that the players kind of basically pushed them out and now we have to go into another season with them learning a new coaching system and obviously so much change. Yeah, that this is like, as a Flames fan right now, this is hurting my head that we literally now have to go through what we possibly did last season of like, oh, our hopes are high. Nope, they're going to absolute shies of the bed because we have to learn a whole new system, and they pushed out coaches. Oh, this team hurts my head more and more. Dude, have you, like, ever since we started this podcast, the last 2 off seasons for the Flames have been absolutely bonkers.
It's been ballers. Hey man, and I would say you're welcome, but I can't say that anymore
Dude, think about it.
it's been crazy. But no, sorry. Let me just get
Go,
this
go,
point.
go.
I was gonna say was like, I remember when we got bounced by McDavid because that's what it was.
Literally.
And there was everyone was like, Flames have some promise. They just need to kind of keep the same, run it back, and of course the whole Johnny Hockey thing, the Kachuk thing changes it all.
I think that, well, that's the mind blower because in one off season, Kachuk leaves and Gaudreau leave. Then the next off season, you have your GM and head coach leave, and you're just kind of like, holy shit.